Okay, welcome YouTube. This is Xana here, and today we're going to learn how to download a N64 emulator, along with a Game Boy emulator, NES, and whatever emulators I decide to show you. This is actually a chain of how-to videos. This might be a few mixed in how-to videos, but still. Alright, first off, you're going to need Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, because we're gonna need ROM Central again, and yes, they still use Firefox for some damn reason. Okay, first off, go to the internet. Doesn't have to be Firefox. Actually, it doesn't have to be Firefox. I'm just using Internet Explorer. All right. Now we're going to emulator-zone.com. I'll give you the links because you guys keep pissing me off by asking for them. So I might as well do it every video. Alright, go under N64 or Nintendo 64 under Nintendo. As I said in my previous how to get Super Nintendo on your PC video, you need to click on the top ranked one, which would be Project 64. Okay, scroll down, and since this is the only one here, you're gonna assume that this one is the one to download. It is. Hey, you're gonna download Project 64. Click on it, and give it a rating if you really like it. All the other emulators that were on that previous list kind of suck. I mean, this is the only efficient one. Okay, so you're gonna save it to... forgot to show you this in the beginning. You're gonna save it to a folder that you're gonna create called N64. Well, you don't have to call it N64. You can name it after the emulator or whatever else you want. Not my choice. Then you're gonna save it. So you don't have to do this. I created two other folders for the games and the emulator itself. You're going to put it in the emulator folder if you decide to do this. Alright, now once you're done downloading it, you're going to double click on here and you're going to find an installer. Yeah, it seems like after the N64 emulators and beyond, they come with installers instead of you just downloading the emulator and you start playing it immediately. Well, except for the Atari 2600 emulator, and I think the other Atari emulators, they have installers too. Alright, now the setup process is just like any other installer you got on your computer. So yeah. Alright, now for the games, you're gonna open up Mozilla Firefox. Just go to one of my many folders here, and as you can see from my desktop, I've got a million folders out there. Each has whatever else it says in it. Okay, you're going to go to Mozilla Firefox. Now, we're going to go back to ROM Central, as I said not too long ago, because they're still on that Firefox thing. And I'll give you the direct link to the N64 emulators. If you actually type in the site, it's going to take you to a goddamn voting process. See, that's what I hate about the emulator sites. They always make you go through voting processes that take 5 minutes out of your life, and then once you're done, it says, "Oh, sorry, can you do that again?" It didn't go through, and that pisses me off. Here, let me pause so it loads. Okay, since I got a bookmark, you're gonna go to ROM Central. Okay, now we're going to go under the S's because the example is Mario 64. Now listen, the N64 emulator is good, but it doesn't do all. For example, Mario Tennis is lacking in FPS. If you don't know what that means, it means lacking in frames per second. See, Mario Kart 64 is good. Mario 60. Let's see. Yeah, that was Mario Kart. Mario Kart's good. Super Mario 64 runs perfect. Which is right here. Yeah, so most of the games run pretty good. Some specific ones, because of their hardware capabilities, don't. GoldenEye works good, and Super Smash Brothers, well, you can get it to work, but for me, it won't work, because every time I go to the character selection screen, I select a character, it just crashes on me, the emulator. I don't know what the problem is, so try it yourselves. You tell me how it went. I don't know how to fix your problem. Here, let me pause it so it loads. Okay, so you gotta wait 8 seconds, which isn't really long, just 8 seconds, for this thing to pop up. See, alright, now you're gonna download your file under the games folder inside the N64 folder. You don't have to, I mean, your folder, your choice. Alright, we're pretty much done with that. So, yeah. Alright, now let's move on to Game Boy if we have a little. Okay, so this video has at least 6 minutes left on it, so I'm going to show you how to get Game Boy on your computer. It doesn't what's cool about this emulator that it has full backward compatibility with all Game Boy games. And when I mean all. Okay, so we're going to here we are. Now we're going to go to Visual Boy Advance. Almost sounds like Virtual Boy Advance. That's what I thought the first time. We're going to click on it. Now this is the best emulator around here. Don't get me wrong, it's great. But it can have some it can have some bad points if you have like a crappy computer or something like that. Like the FPS doesn't fully work or whatever. Now you see here that says beta. That's not true. I haven't seen this. Oh, that's unofficial. Whatever. Alright, just click the first one. It works. But what I forgot to do was create its own folder. But what you're gonna do is save this under the emulator folder, which I forgot to create. Okay, new folder. GBA. Doesn't have to be GBA. It can be the emulator. In here, you're gonna save the is where you're gonna save the folder. You can create more folders like I did with the N64 for more organization, but still, your choice. I don't want to do it right now. Okay, once you're done with the what do they call it? Yeah. Once you're done with the emulator, time to go to ROMs. Now I'm just using Firefox. You don't have to, but I'm just doing it. So we're going back to my trusty internet browser folder. Well, Firefox has the direct link for me. Is how I found Super Mario All-Stars. I always use it to avoid the voting process. Again, for God's sake, we already know that you're top ranking. Just give it a rest. Hate that thing. Hate those voting processes. They take too long. I want to play my games now on my computer. Okay, we're back at my home page. Now we're gonna go to oldthesgames.com. I'll give you the link again, because you guys are such noobs and won't Google search it. I'm sorry, but you guys keep bothering me about it. Oh wait, fuck. Well, yeah, ROM Central. You can use the link I'm giving you for ROM Central to get to the Game Boy Advance section. All you gotta do is just press back, and it'll take you to the console screen where what systems they currently have. Now, on all these games, they have like Game Boy Color and Game Boy games. No, they don't have Super Mario Land. I've looked. No, they don't have Super Mario Land 2. I've looked. No, they don't have Dr. Mario because they got it for the NES. They're probably thinking you got the NES emulator. Yeah, some of the NES ports to the Game Boy aren't here, but most of them are. So, what should we do? I'm
Amber.
Shut up. See that?
What's your name?
Shut up! Yeah, pop-ups don't appear here too often. You just hear those fucking hats that say, "Congratulations, you just won a free Apple iPhone." Those damn bastards. This gives it it's recent. Okay, we are going to Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, which is support off the NES version, except smaller screen. Okay, you're gonna download it and you're gonna save it to your game folder under your GBA folder, which is pretty simple enough to do. Now there is no installer for the Game Boy Advance, for the Game Boy emulator, so you're safe there. Alright, so this is all I'm going to do for this video, so see you